I was trying to wait until she went to bed to do this video. She is not going to bed, so y'all just got to deal with McKinley today. YouTube, what is going on? We are back with another video. We are continuing our Rose Session series. In this series, I have completely deleted my old branding. I deleted 10 years of music and I'm starting over. And we are starting over with our brand, with the way we look. And we're documenting the process for you guys as well. I've already done a video on why I decided to do that. It's the video before this one, so make sure you check that out. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be working on brand image and like brand coloring and stuff like that. And we're not going to be doing an example. We're going to be actually making my brand. We're actually going to be making my brand info today. And your brand and your image is important because if you can keep that consistent, you can get to the point where somebody can look at a piece of art or a piece of content and know it's yours right for the get-go. So the website we're going to be using for this is called Canva. Some of y'all already know what Canva is, but for those who don't, I call it a DIY shop for creatives because once you learn how to use it, you can do everything from logos to sweatshirt mock-ups to Instagram reels. All of it can pretty much be done on Canva. Another reason I like Canva is because the base website is free. Now there are a few options that are locked behind a monthly subscription, as is the case these days, but the base site is free, and you can also get a free trial of Canva Pro, which will give you free access for everything for the next 30 days. So it is possible to just get the free trial, do everything you need to do to get your brand set up, and then cancel it. I actually pay for Canva because it's been way too useful for other things besides your brand, but I will cover those in a different video. But today we're only going to be looking at brand information. So like I said, you can do this without getting Canva Pro, just with limited options, or you can get the free trial of Canva Pro, follow along in this video, and then cancel it if you don't want to keep it. But anyway, let's get right into it and let's create the Tyler Rose brand. Also keep in mind, this is going to work no matter what type of creative thing you do. I'm a recording artist, so I'm going to be referring to albums and album covers and stuff like that, but this is going to work for whatever you do. So just keep that in mind as we go through this. All right, so we're here on the Canva homepage, and again, I apologize about my daughter. She just had a tantrum, so you may be hearing her in the video a little bit. I apologize in advance. But anyway, we're here at the Canva homepage, and as you can see, we can create our logos, our flyers, all that type of stuff. We are not going to start there. Where we're going to start is actually over here on the left side of the screen, and that is going to be our brand hub. And in this page, you can see a few different options on the left side. The only one we're going to focus on today is going to be brand kit. So brand kit will allow you to create a bunch of different elements for your brand that you can actually import into different projects that you do on Canva, which will save a lot of time in having to find your colors, find your logos, all that type of stuff. So as you can see, I have played with this in the past when it was first announced last year. But we're actually going to delete this one if it'll let us. Okay, it's not letting me at the moment. I think I have to make a new one and then delete that one. But we're gonna delete this one because we're starting fresh. So we're gonna do TY, and I'm gonna put Y for YouTube. So now on the screen, you see we have an option for logos, colors. You have fonts, so you can keep the same font across different album covers and things like that. Since we don't have a logo yet, we're gonna be doing that later on. We're gonna start with colors. So with colors, what you can do is you can create a set color palette. And this is going to be maybe, it depends on how many colors you want. It could be up to 4, 5, 6, 7 different colors. These color palettes will make up the main colors of a lot of the different things that you would do on Canva. Now, making palettes can be tricky, trying to figure out what colors really gel with what other colors and stuff like that. So what I like to do is I like to use a color palette generating website. There are a couple to choose from, but I'm going to show you the one that I'm using. So the color palette I'm going to be using is called colors.co with 2 O's. And this one is very simple in the fact that all you have to do is press spacebar and it'll generate a new palette. And so what we're going to do is we're going to generate until we find a color that we like. And once you do that, you can actually lock the color in. Once you lock the color in, the generator is going to start only matching it with other colors that fit that color. And then once you see a second or a third color you lock those in until you get to the point where you have 4 or 5 locked in, and that's your color palette. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know how long it's going to take. It shouldn't take long because I already found my first color. I'm loving this burgundy color, and since I'm going by Tyler Rose, roses are red. I'm liking this burgundy color, so I think we're going to start with burgundy. So we're going to lock that, and what that's going to do is that's going to keep that there. And now we're only going to be looking at things that are going to match this color. We're going to keep generating, and so we're just looking for colors that are going to match with this burgundy. Which this is already going to be a weird color scheme. I'm not gonna lie. I can already tell it's gonna be kind of weird. It keeps giving me this baby blue, so there's a high chance this baby blue is gonna be part of it. There's like a high chance. See how it keeps giving me that? That turquoise is nice. Do we lock in this blue, y'all? I think we like this blue in. All right, so now we're looking for 3 more colors. I think we lock in fuchsia. I think we lock in fuchsia the 3rd. Very weird color scheme. I'm not gonna lie, very weird. I think, do we go ahead and lock in a black though? Yeah, we lock in a black there. So we get one more like tertiary color, and I think we're good. That burnt sienna is kind of nice actually. I think we lock in burnt sienna. I think this is our 5. We're gonna leave that. I like it out here how it is. So what we need to do, and what's important in general, not just for Canva, but what you just need to do in general, is instead of trying to remember what colors your brand is, oh, I got blue I got blue, I got burgundy, I got pink. Instead of remembering colors, you need to be saving these hex codes, because your blue may be different from a graphic designer's blue. Your red may be different from your t-shirt maker's red. So you need to have these hex codes saved somewhere, so you know exactly what color it is. The person you're trying to get to do your work knows exactly what color you want. And if you don't know what hex codes are, it's the 6-digit codes down here at the bottom. So I like to export it really in as many ways as I can, because it does make things easier as far as outsourcing work and things like that. So you can save it as a PDF, and then it'll come up like this right here. So I like to save this to my computer, and then I also like to save it to my Dropbox, so I have it on my phone. Now with that done, now you just go back to Canva. You go to your you go back to your brand kit where we were before, and in your color palette, all you do now is you either find it in the hue scale, but we don't have to do that. All we have to do is type in the hex codes from the picture that we just downloaded. So the next thing that I would do, like I said, you don't have to do this in the order that I do it, but the next thing that I would do is get my fonts together. Now for me as an artist, the only thing I really need is a title and the subtitle. I may need a heading for like a press release or something, but all I really need is a title and the subtitle. So we're gonna look for some fonts that, you know, kind of look good and that we can use across different styles of music. All right, y'all, so 10 minutes later, I realized I goofed, and the ones I was complaining about were all caps, are not all caps. I'm typing them in the title section, so for me, they're always showing all caps. So it was me just being an idiot. It is not, so I can go back to the one I said I liked. This Zinc Bust Rust Base one. Like I said, I like this one, so we're going to keep this one. And so for subtitle, I'm actually going to subtitle. I prefer either an italic or a font like this. You know what I'm saying? Feet P5 or feet Danica Die, you know? Like, so it's going to be, which vintage really good actually might be the one. But if that one wasn't so thick, that'd be perfect. Well, no, actually, I like that. We might keep that. We're just gonna do that for right now. Like I said, if I need more, I can add more here. But we're just gonna stick to, you know, what I would probably use for titles, and then what I would use for fonts. And so all of our color palette is saved. Our font is done. So as far as our brand color and stuff like that, we are done. Now we just actually need our logo, and we'll be good to go. So we're gonna go back to our homepage. We're going to type in the type of logo that we want. We're not gonna use this because this is gonna create a blank logo. And unless you have graphic design experience, that's not what we're here for, right? So we're gonna type in the type of logo that we want. So if you wanted a mascot logo, you can say mascot logo, you know what I'm saying? And do it that way. I personally want a text logo. I want just a basic text logo that says Tyler Rose. Basic, but very recognizable, because I want to be able to use it not just for music, but for my gaming, for a bunch of other stuff. So I'm gonna go for a text logo. So as you can see with the text logo, you can see there are a bunch of different styles of text logos and things like that. If you go into your filters, you have all type of stuff. Like you can change the theme of the logo. You can change kind of the subject. If you give them kind of what type of business you run, they can help give you, you know, different styles based on that. But I'm actually just gonna search through this way because I really don't know what I want yet, but I know it when I see it. You know what I'm saying? And I'll probably just make 2 or 3 different ones right now, and then, you know, kind of go from there. But like I said, that's how we're gonna do it. So I think we're going to start. We're gonna start with this one right here. I like this one right here. So I'm gonna click customize. And with most of the logos on here, everything is customizable. So even the RR, I should be able to change this R to a T. And it keeps the same effect for the most part. So I still have the drop shadow on there, so you can still see that it's a T and not an R. Now, going back to what we just spent the last 10-15 minutes doing, if we click on this background and we go to change the color, instead of having to search for our color, boom, the color palette we just made is right here. So I can literally go straight to whatever color I want to use. So we're gonna do that. I don't actually know what I want to do as far as the colors on this yet, but so this technically is a logo already done. If I want to just use this logo, I'm good. Now, I don't think I'm gonna use this one, but I'm just, you know, I'm going through the steps with this one just to kind of show you how to do it. We're gonna go back and do some more. But working on a logo like this, and you decide, all right, well, I like this logo. All you're gonna do is you're gonna click share on the right, click share at the top. You now have the option to download it, share on social, print design, and do a lot more. If you click download, you can pick what size you want to download it as. And if you need a transparent background, which, spoiler alert, as an artist, you need a transparent background, you can click this option here, and it will download it without the background. And then all you do is click download, and your logo is done. But again, like I said, I don't think this is a logo I want to stick with, so we're going to continue looking. All right, so I did a little bit of searching, a little bit of working. I ended up finding this logo, which I liked, which it is, like I said, of course, I can't fit Tyler Rose into this, but what I ended up doing is I turned it into Ty Rose. And I am really liking this, right? So on some of these logos, you get 2 pages, right? So you'll get a page where you got the white logo against the black background, and then you'll also get a page where it's the black logo against the white background. So when you get this, you just got to make sure whatever change you make here, you also need to make it here, right? So I now have a white version of the logo and a black version. But of course, I also have a version with my brand colors on it, right? So what you can do is you can actually click duplicate page. And what that would do, sorry my daughter, y'all. Well, what that would do is it would create another page with the exact same thing. But on this page, you can make changes that won't affect the logos you already have. So on this page, now I can go in and I can change my color palette to bright blue. And what I think I want to do is I think I want to have this, the white and the bright blue. I'm going to duplicate it one more time. And now I want the bright blue with the pink text. Boom, and I think I like that. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna click download again like I did the first time. It's behind my my thing. And on these, you're gonna have an option to select the amount of pages you want to save. You're gonna want to do, if you want to save everything, you want to click all 4. And you're gonna want to hit download. And when you do that, it's going to save all. Let me see. And when you do that, it's going to save all 4 of them in a zip file. And then you just extract all 4 of those. And now you have all 4 of them right here. But that's pretty much the basics on how you can get started with your brand, how you can make your first logo. And you can do all this in a day if you wanted to, and you can do it for free using either free Canva presets or getting the free trial of Canva Pro, doing all this and then canceling it. But I will say this, that was my intention when I got Canva, and I've had Canva for almost a year now because it is just way too useful for what I do as an artist. But we'll make a separate video on whether it's worth getting Canva Pro or not. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys hanging out so much and dealing with McKinley. If this guide has helped you, let me know. Hey. If this guide has helped you, let me know. But with that being said, make sure you like. Hey. But if this is helpful to you and you want other people to see it, make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you stream Tyler Rose on Spotify. There's 2 Tyler Roses. I'm the bald one, not the braided one. Appreciate you guys so much. See y'all next video.